Yes, very good evening. This is Dimbal Afrique, of course, where you following this great conversation. Dimbal Afrique post-match analysis. And of course, since last week on Monday, we are still here so that we can discuss more about what is happening in matters concerning football, matters concerning sports generally. We have seen how matches are being played. We have seen how teams are dropping points as we approach towards the end of seasons. That is in the Premier League, in the Bundesliga, in the Italian Serie A, in the EPL, of course, even in our Kenya Premier League. Also, we have seen the Spanish La Liga still. Also, teams are dropping points, but the fight still on between those big teams, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and also Atletico Madrid. Also, yesterday they won. We also seen how teams are dropping points as we are having a controversy when it comes to the Premier League on who is going to win the Premier League between Arsenal and Liverpool. Liverpool, they have not dropped any point until yesterday when they saw Fulham getting 3 points from them, and that was a big shock for Liverpool head coach Arne Slot, because he never knew that Liverpool can lose points toward the end of the season. Now we have 11 points between Arsenal and Liverpool, and the main question, of course, is who is going to clinch this one, because Liverpool, they have big teams ahead. And of course, it's like Arsenal, they were held 1-1 by Everton. That was on Saturday. But now the main difference that we have is that maybe Arsenal, they might win, and if they win, that will be their first trophy. That is the Premier League trophy since 2003. More than 20 years, they have not won any Premier League trophy. So if they win today, it means that that is, if we win this season, then it shows that that will be a big improvement for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta's side. They have waited for long. So if Liverpool are going to be defeated by those big teams, because they are big teams ahead, and that is what it's going to determine on who is going to win. And Arsenal, they are going to win. So we have few matches towards the end of the season. I think 7 matches. So if by end of 36 match Liverpool will have lost maybe 3 games, then that is the end of them. We have seen even in the Bundesliga, the title still is on by Leverkusen. Still they are up again. When you go to Italian Serie A, of course, the only title that has gone is the Paris Saint-Germain. They have already been declared the winner of the League One. That is the French League One. Paris Saint-Germain, they have already won the League One. So we are having a lot of issues. Of course, we are having a lot of issues when it comes to these leagues. But what we need to say is that maybe my good friend here will tell me their strategy. That is, Scottish will tell me their strategy for winning the Premier season, because maybe if they do magic, then they are going to win, because Liverpool, they have big matches ahead, and maybe they might see tough time. And Slot, it is high time now. He sees tough time. Yes, Kutis, karibu sana. Wiki mzima hatujaonana bwana.
Huh?
1 wiki hatujaonana. Nimeona tu mbanta tu hapa, mlikuwa mnateremsha banta tu pale kwa group.
Bana. I had a heartbreak. I was going through a heartbreak.
Heartbreak gani? Heartbreak kubwa siku hizi ni ya pesa peke yake. Only
Yeah,
money
Everton
can give people what.
It's very frustrating.
Nyinyi sasa, nyinyi mtachukua hii ligi.
There's a guest.
Nimeona. Mmeingia mara moja na Alex hapa. Sasa ni mtuambie nani atachukua ligi kwanza. Tunaanza hapo kwanza, mtu ako aje? Alex, familia, bibi ako aje? Watoto? Umelipa fees ama hujalipa?
Ati fees.
Alex kuna mabibi wawili.
Kids are having kids. Okay. Alex,
Hata hayuko Alex. Hayuko.
Hayuko. I'll keep you company
Nani
till someone shows up.
Siko. Ndio huyo mimi live in the flesh.
Alex, meet my new friend. My baby.
But mweke kwa mwambie akuje show.
Ha?
Mwambie akuje show.
Hajaongea bado.
Mapia ni wa Arsenal.
Of course he has to be an Arsenal fan.
Hapo ndio ameanza kuanguka maishani.
Tunaanza mapema.
Otherwise, how are you guys doing, Bonnie?
Haiwezi.
I've been okay.
Bibi anasaje huko?
But I was heartbroken. Everton messed it up.
There's nothing they mess. You guys said you are not in the race for the title a long time ago. Nyinyi yenu ni Champions League.
I know we're not, but then you can see how it's like the PGMOL is it's like they have an agenda, man, against this team. So bad.
And it's always against
No,
Arsenal.
sasa si unajua ni Everton. Wewe unajua kocha Everton sasa ni nani?
Bruh, there's no team that fights for a draw like Everton in the entire league.
Exactly.
That is why they are called tough fees. Unajua zile tough fees za high school ulikuwa unavaa?
They're the new Stock City.
Zile tough fees ulikuwa unavaa za high school zile zina strong.
That wasn't. I really didn't like that. After, actually I didn't even finish the match. Niliona goal yetu because here the match started at 4:30 a.m. Huku by the way kuna matches huanza 4:30 asubuhi, kuna za 6:30. Alafu ndio sasa nikaacha kati mechapo. And then I wake up and it's a draw. I was so mad.
Mrudi Kenya. Sisi tuna enjoy. 2:35 ali kiko.
Hiyo mechi ilianza saa 10 asubuhi.
Yeah, first games, hizo games za kwanza zinaanza 4:30.
Alikikof huko ni saa 10.
In the West, East Coast ni 7.
Mkanyanyaswa hiyo asubuhi yote.
If it's Arsenal, I wake up. I hit on. Me set alarm manze.
Hata ni Everton. Unajua viatu, unajua wanaitwa fees.
Ati just kept.
Leo Bonnie ako very bright. Bonnie, you're just bulb. You are very bright.
Unajua Everton wanaitwa trophies.
That's their nickname, I think.
Nauliza.
I thought trophies was sweets. Ama zilitoka market.
Nauliza. Unajua Everton wanaitwa aje trophies?
Ndio nasema the last time I remember.
Ushaiba hizo viatu?
That was a candy. So they don't even taste like it. I don't even know why they call themselves that.
But maybe iko na different meaning in to them huko Merseyside. Maybe it has a different meaning.
It's strong up or nikaache koti za clear.
No, the fact that even like mse ameangusha kwa box yao na penalty like yeah, mimi ndio nikifikiria hiyo game nasikia tu kujizi. Usiongelee, can we move to another game?
Acha hiyo game ungewin sasa mngekuwa point ngapi, difference ya point ngapi Ungewin hiyo game.
Ati tumewin hiyo game ama wamewin?
Tuseme Arsenal ingewin hiyo game versus Everton sasa.
Exactly. But anyway, it's like Premier League decided to just hand the trophy to Liverpool. Point blank.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Wameamua tu acha tu tuwape bure. So ni sawa tu. Haina shida. Ni juu kuna wote I hope he's one of them. He's going to be like, "Muli bottle." I'm like, "Are you even watching games?"
Hakuna ligi
Actually,
jena bado. Kuna game Liverpool iko na game kubwa strong.
You see the game that you think is tough for them, kwanza hata hiyo ndio watashinda. And then zenye unadharau hizo ndio wanaweza lose. But the remaining fixtures the Liverpool, they don't even have tough ones. Maybe Arsenal and which one?
Chelsea because
And
wanakuja at the bridge.
Yeah, those two.
Hawa waponei huko.
Lakini Alex, your team, I seen a hopes na your team yenu. Hata mnaweza hata pigwa another 5.
Yetu. Sisi
Aya.
we step up in Stamford Bridge.
Huh?
Stamford Bridge hakuna kuokota 3 points.
Hakuna kuokota 3 points.
Hata nyinyi hamkuokota. Hata hiyo timu ya kina Boni Nottingham Forest.
But
wapi tulikuwa tunalima. Kuna Emery tu akatupinya tu, lakini kwa kama sio kibao tulikuwa tunalima hiyo timu.
Yeah, hebu Boni tu
kama huyo tio huyo kibao tu Martinez aliwasave.
Also mwacha kusupport Nottingham.
Tulikuwa na on target. Nottingham Forest ilikuwa na on target over 80 kwa hiyo game. 80 shots on target.
Stop supporting it now.
Your team strong. Your team ni njamo. Yeah.
So are you gonna stop supporting Nottingham? Yes, but
so unasema Nottingham iko na shida gani? What is the problem with Nottingham Forest?
Bonnie, you hanging. I don't
Nottingham Forest iko na shida gani?
Like sikusikii vizuri, your words loud rather zinakaa kazina.
Anauliza nini shida na Nottingham Forest?
I think I have to go. This dude is
I
want the attention.
Shida ilikuwa gani pale kwa Nottingham Forest? Si Aston Villa waliponea?
Ati waliponea, mlipigwa.
Actually, Aston Villa is on fire, Bonnie. They have 8 wins in a row. So hakuna kuponea. Those guys right now wako in good
They're one
form.
of the informed teams.
Yeah. So hakuna kuponea. Right now, your top 4 they are coming for it.
Okay, sasa pia unaanza sasa pia kuongea.
For real?
You said top 2 or top 4?
There is a race for top 4.
Oh no, I did tell him the other week that I don't see Nottingham finishing above certain teams though. But let's see.
Because even like 2-3 months ago, Bournemouth was in the race for top 4, but right now they have fallen off the radar. So saizi hata wanapigania top 6.
Yeah, wameslide.
So maybe pia Bonnie Nottingham Forest ikicheza pia watashuka huko.
Haiwezi. Unajua huyo kocha Nottingham wewe? Haiwezi wewe.
Haiwezi. Apige mpira.
Kwani ni Guardiola? Hata Guardiola mwenyewe ako number 6. Ni number 6 or 5.
Guardiola afiki huyo kocha bwana. Unasema nini wewe? Tunatandika hata Man City team ni Aston Villa tu iliponea. Sema tu.
You know, I'm just wondering how is it that watu hapa wanapenda kuongea matope about Arsenal? Which big team imechapa Arsenal in the last 3 years? Like honestly.
Wewe unajua Arsenal hamjawini kikombe. Mmewini kikombe gani?
Hiyo ndio story mnarun nayo kila saa.
Because at the end of the season quarters tunaulizana maswali hapo, kila mtu anashika trophy yake. Akina Boni wanatafuta FA, sisi conference, Real waende na UEFA yao, Europa League iende na timu yote, lakini si Man U ama Tottenham. Then nyinyi wengine next season.
Sawa, chukueni tu mpatie Real basi bila kucheza jua.
Kwanza tomorrow is the big day quarters. Kesho sijui hata Boni we should have another show immediately after the Madrid game.
I think we should though, yeah.
We should have another show kesho.
Yes, tomorrow.
Kisha tu hivi Boni tuko live.
On the condition that if I lose, Mr. Show up.
Kwani unaweza win? Una win?
Anyways,
if
it's a loss, Mr. Show up. Anyway, I'll show. I'm not a fake fan. I'll show.
Actually, at quarters, if you guys lose, tomorrow the show Kelong ndo hata atafungua, even he can host.
Ati Kelong ataghost.
Nasema ata host. If Arsenal lose tomorrow, Kelong will be the first
Of
one
course, I think he's the number one hater of Arsenal, but no, but I'm
Kwa
hoping.
nani anapenda Arsenal hapa? Who loves Arsenal team? Failures.
Hold it. If Arsenal is a failure, what can we call Man U and Chelsea?
Wewe, Chelsea ni
Me,
miamba
I'm
wa
not a fan of
soka.
them.
We are the pride of London.
Huh?
Alafu nasema
Hakuna.
hapo Chelsea pride of London.
Wewe unajua EPL peke yake unajua timu inaitwa miamba wa soka ni gani?
Ni Chelsea.
Liverpool.
Sasa Liverpool
miamba wa
wenyewe
soka ni Liverpool peke yake.
They have the easiest route Boni to winning the title. The easiest.
It's just
Yani hata wakilose,
but
there is no team that is winning. Imagine.
It's actually been handed to them, to be honest.
Exactly.
Because
hao ndio miamba wa soka.
The officials wanashinda wakiharibu games kila saa.
And then nikuulize coaches, Nini, for the past let's say like 2-3 weeks, Salah has not been performing. Is he still in the race for Ballon d'Or? Ailete Africa or not?
I don't think he's taking it anymore, to be honest. I think it's already sailed. The ship sailed. Yeah. He might get nominated and he might be like top 10 after the results, but I don't think he'll win it. Where did you throw my phone?
Boni. Salah analeta hiyo Ballon d'Or huko Afrika ama?
Ballon d'Or Afrika hawezi pata hiyo. Hiyo ni wazungu. Hiyo ni prestigious gift ya wazungu peke yake. Hiyo huwezi patiwa Mwafrika.
Acha Lamine ataishinda. See, he's half African.
Kwanza kule ugali huyo.
Full African. But Lamine atachukua young player. He'll pick the young player of the year ama hiyo golden boy. So they can't give that title to an 18-year-old.
Why not? They should see
Hiyo ishaenda saa hii.
But they are
Hiyo Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior.
This is the youngest Ballon d'Or winner.
So I think if Barcelona wins the Champions League, then either Rafinha or Lewandowski, those will be the two candidates.
Actually, Lewandowski actually deserves it. Me, if he wins it, I'm okay with that.
Actually, he deserves it because 2020 was robbed one.
He deserves it. If he wins it, that would be great. Yeah.
So nani anashinda hiyo Ballon d'Or? Sio Vinicius Junior? Real Madrid inachukua Champions League, ikue La Liga, ikue Club World Cup.
Acha wacheze kwanza.
Club World Cup ni ya Chelsea.
Wewe unajua Katois amerudi? Kwanza Katois unajua Katois amerudi?
And so?
The boat Katois.
You know what, you guys are not even talking a lot about our star boy. Pay the respect. Nobody comes back the way he did. And I don't think there's any football player aki anapendwa hapa nje more than Saga. Even rival fans, they love that guy.
Cotes, he came back, scored midweek, and then weekend he went MIA.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Me weekend si watch game vizuri.
Yes, on the weekend Saka went MIA. He was missing in the weekend game. He was missing in action. Hatukuona the star boy
wenu. I didn't see him in the starting though. Was he subbed on?
No, yes, aliingia.
You know the thing with subbing though, you can either be a super sub ama tu.
So, but Cotes, you guys rested a lot of players Nini on the weekend.
Yeah, they did.
The game against Everton. So it's like you change the whole squad. Mkabakisha tu, let's say, the defense and the midfield. And attacking hata mlieka the guys like Sterling. So you guys are well prepared for Tuesday. So if Tuesday, Cotes...
Are we really? We just lost Gabriel. Like, we can't even catch a break. I didn't.
Wait, Ngoja. See, there's Ben White. Ben White can play centre back. See, there's Timber. Timber can play centre back.
Ben White have been absent for too long, so I don't know how he will. Sijui kama ataelewa game.
Then Timber ako. Si Timber can play center back. Actually, his original positions in center back.
Who?
Timber.
Yeah, he's good. Tim is actually one of the good defenders for league.
Yeah. So you guys have Timber, you have Ben.With who can play opposition, na kuna Kivior. So Cotes hamna excuse.
I wish Calafiori would have played, but unfortunately not.
So you guys don't have an excuse. Weekend merestisha squad yote. So if you guys just lose Cotes, hiyo sasa ni nyinyi tu ndo mko na mchezo.
Nah, Kiwior cannot fill the position for Gabriel, that for sure. That guy, he's not, like, physically, he's not strong. Msana chajiwa ashaanguka.
Imagine Kivior ako sawa Cotes. He's not
Ako
Gabriel,
sawa,
but he's solid.
Ako sawa, lakini he can easily make a mistake. Hiyo ndio shida.
Actually, I think you're underestimating Kivior. I think I'm underestimate. He can do a good job. Yani, sio ati nasema yani Gabriel he will score headers from corners, but the guy can just be solid. Just don't make mistakes and distribute the ball, passing, make some blocks. I think he can do a solid job. He's not the worst. Si ati yani Maguire ama Akanji.
Oh yeah, okay, no, of course not at that level. Hey, no.
Unalinganisha Akanji, unajua Akanji ni best defender wewe.
Wacha Akanji anajua tu hesabu.
Defender was when we had Mustafi. Guy Mustafi angeingia game unasikia tu why.
Na Matasaka.
Manze, like
na Kolasinac. Ulikuwa na madefender wengi akina Kolasinac.
Hey. Hata Matasaka alikuwa afadhali. Our Maguire was Mustafi. Guy, that dude.
Actually, those times Cotes ilikuwa tu ni Chelsea versus Arsenal. I see your defense. And then by that time we had a superstar Eden Hazard. Nilikuwa najua tu if it's going to rain goals. Yeah.
But tumetoka mbali though. See, the thing is though, we had bad defense but we had good forward. Tulikuwa kina Oba, kina Lacazette. But then tunafungwa, so there was no way out.
Sasa hii ni timu gani inachukua ligi kwanza? Arsenal ama Liverpool?
Wewe hata hizo maswali za hata haitaji jibu. I table ama.
No, Liverpool still they can lose. Unajua difference ya Liverpool na Arsenal ni 11 points. So Liverpool ikipoteza mechi kama 3 hivi. Ano ishinde zote.
Poteza hizo 3 Boni.
11 points is 4 wins and 4 losses.
Itapoteza.
Do you think that's possible?
Sai kuna timu ambayo inataka kupoteza.
Exactly, and that's what I'm telling you. Like it's not easy as you think it is. We need 4 wins, and Liverpool has to lose at least 3 times or 4 times as well, which is very unlikely.
Actually, you know what, Bonnie? If just yesterday they just won the game against Fulham, and they could have had one hand on the trophy like this. They just needed a win yesterday.
I'm still mad though about that game.
Basi tupatana na kina Alex Iwobi hapo.
Huh? But I didn't hear you.
Tupatana na Marco Silva.
Umse bado ako football world. Kuna wengine nilisahau.
Marco Silva atapotelea.
Iwobi alisakata Liverpool jana mbaya.
Actually, you guys Cotes should sack Ateta mlete Marco Silva.
We should get Marco Silva.
Yeah, sack Ateta.
Nah, I'm. You know what? Actually, if I could talk to Arsenal board, I'm like, acheni kuchukua players wameshacheza wameisha, and then mnawachukua. Like, mbona mlitupatia hata Sterling seriously?
That's because Chelsea rejects go to Arsenal.
Like,
we don't give you stuff left.
Sterling manze hakuna impact amefanya entire season.
Sterling said we are yet to see the best of him.
Huh?
When he joined Arsenal, he said we are yet to see the best of him.
I hope. Hopefully. Let's see. Kama pre-season ata.
So I believe we are yet to see the best of him.
yet. It's been months, almost. Hata mwaka inaisha man.
So maybe sasa next season.
Probably if he stays, but I think he wanted to stay, so I don't know.
The best option is for him to stay.
Yeah, because he's not like his market value is not that high anymore.
Ama aende Saudi. Unaona kama KDB naye alichoka anaenda Saudi.
Hey, unajua by the hiyo story ya KDB ilifanya nikaenda kwa page ya Man City, right? Tell me why Man City have like 50 million followers. But ukiona post zao hakuna likes. So I'm like, where are the fans? Kwani mafans walienda?
Hawana mafans. Actually City does
most of their wikanga hapo kwa group anaitwa Steve. Ni wa Man City.
Huyo. Huyo ni nini? Huyo hata si Gen Z, huyo ni Gen Alpha. Unajua ameanza kuona football 2018 venye Guardiola ameingia nini tu aje Man City.
So what are your predictions for tomorrow's game?
Pardon?
Ulisema ni 4-2, si ndio?
Mimi nilisema 5. Kelongo alisema 6-0.
On aggregate. Ama
aggregate Kelongo alisema 6-0. Mimi nilisema 5-1.
Anyway, unakumbuka nikwambia tukitolewa before sema hizo. Actually tushafika quarter, so hata upate hiyo soda yako.
Sasa nangoja nisikie ya Boni itakuwa epic. Ya Kelongo alisema yake hata si mingi, just 6 goals.
So unauliza
I think tomorrow's game is gonna
Santiago Bernabeu na Emirates.
It's Emirates, and you know how Emirates work. So
I'm just giving the two stadiums. So Santiago Bernabeu, Emirates, I think aggregate 9-2.
Sasa mmekuja hapa hivi kuni stress.
No. Both stadiums 9-2.
Leta mzalendo kwa show. Leta mzalendo asikie hiyo nini.
No, aggregate 9-2 because kesho mnatandikwa 4. Kesho.
Unasema kesho natandikwa. I think kesho tutashinda 3-1. And if it's correct,
kesho ni 4. Mimi nimekwambia hapa.
People
watu wamenusia. Unajua nataka kinusia nyama.
Put in draw like 3-1 prediction.
Na coaches, nani anaenda kufunga hizo bao 3? You guys don't have an attacking.
Don't worry about that. Sisi goals zetu by the way azikujani kwa attack only.
Na ujue kesho Merino anaenda kukua nini inaitwaje? Merino is going to be taught football.
Team ever. So
midfield 3 Real Madrid is going to boss that game at Emirates. So kesho Merino hakuna ile ati ana attack, na huko nyuma kuna Chelsea center back Antonio Rudiger is a wall at the back. Huko na kushow hakuna mtu anaona kitu coaches. So mimi Boni I support Kenya Boni anasema kesho ni 4.
Mimi nilikuwa napenda Rudiger when he was at Chelsea. I wanted him akuje Arsenal.
4-0. Kesho mnatandikwa 4. Bila huruma. Arsenal inapigwa 4 kesho. Nyumbani mafans wako hapo.
This is Emirates. Ingekuwa bado.
Watu wamenukia. Unajua wamenusia. No, you know those people, they have already smelled the Champions League. Now they can detect this is the thing that we want. Katrisa amerudi.
Okay, guys, please let's talk football. hit kwanza kidogo kando. But you do realize that actually Arsenal at Emirates or at home the record at home is really good. Very good. So, ingekuwa away, I would agree with the 4, but it couldn't be nil. When was actually I don't even remember the last time Arsenal lost a game with 0 goals.
Say it's tomorrow, coaches. Tomorrow. Tomorrow, sasa coaches, you guys are going to be sure you don't have the best defense in England or Europe. Kesho mnaenda kuonyeshwa.
Unalia juu.
So you think coaches, you think Zinchenko atasimamisha Rodrigo?
The players you're even mentioning are what wanapatanga headache. But
actually hata Zinchenko achezi.
But yeah, I was going to say that. He's not, I don't think he's going to.
if hata Skelly achezi si ni Tierney.
Bas. I have hope if it's Tierney. Tierney is very versatile.
So but nimekusho kesho Cotes, you guys are going to play with a deadly attacking trio. Rodrigo, Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappe, and then there's a katodla hapo, Enrique mwenye sijui anatoshana na Mwala. That guy anaenda kesho kuibisha kina Saliba.
Hey, I want to see that guy. And wait, ati anatoshana na nani?
Mwala.
Mimi nikidhani nani ndo alikuwa kafupi kwa football world. Anaitwa this Man City player. The dribbler.
Nani yo? Bernardo Silva.
No. He's black.
Doku.
That. Jeremy, right?
But Doku is taller. That guy is short.
I want to see him tomorrow.
Sasa sinakwambia tomorrow anaenda kuaibisha Saliba. Wacha venye mnatuambianga hapa Saliba is solid at the back.
But he is though.
So we'll see tomorrow. You see tomorrow is up
Solid
against
for who?
Vinicius Junior.
Nottingham Forest waliwapiga akiwa hapo.
Ndachukua flight leo usiku nione kama ndafika Kenya. Twende base.
Nimekwambia Cotes. Kesho if you guys lose, Kelong atakuwa hapa na hata Kelong ndio ata host show.
But let's agree we're going to have the show tomorrow, right?
No problem. We should have it tomorrow immediately after the game.
After the game.
Yeah.
Hey, mtaka wait that long?
No problem. No, for Arsenal I will. Kesho tuko hapa.
I will. Duty ya chuki.
Tuko hapa. We should even hata Bonnie think we should even do a watch along.
Premier League teams or fans should support Arsenal. It's Premier League versus La Liga. Ni nini hapa?
Not London teams.
And also, yes, you're also a fellow London team supporter. So would I could support?
Hapana, you see, niambie Manchester, niambie Merseyside, niambie hizo area zingine ndio support. Lakini London teams hatuwezi support you guys. Because you want to take away the title from us. You know London is blue. So if you guys
London is blue. London is blue. Why do you say London is blue?
London is not blue, it's red.
Because
it's been red.
Red is Manchester.
Manchester is what, blue?
Manchester is red.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's the debate.
Yeah. So London is the one which is blue.
But London is red.
Why red? Why red?
Red and white. Arsenal been owning London for a minute. I don't know. We haven't even lost to a London team in a minute.
You see, Cotes, the last London team to win a title is West Ham. They won the conference. Sasa,
London teams, they always one has to be successful anyway.
And at the end of every season, the team with the most trophies, the one which is the what?
So you're trying to say that in London, Bassini,
the Kings of London. So West Ham is the last London team kushinda kikombe. Okay, sure. And Chelsea, this season, Chelsea will be the one to win it.
What conference league?
London bado ni rangi yetu.
What conference league? The conference league?
Yes.
I feel like that's the only thing, by the way, Chelsea tu inafanya vizuri.
Exactly, and we are shameless. We are going to win it. We are shameless. Tunatoka na trophy. Na tukitoka na hiyo trophy, tunafaa tuzunguke nayo London tuwaonyeshe.
Nah. I don't fancy that trophy like that, so you parade it however you want, but I still think a domestic cup would be better. If something like FA, maybe it'll hold some worth.
Actually, that FA is a small cup. That's why timu ya kina Boni itashinda, si ndio Boni?
FA si ndogo.
Nottingham Forest clinching. We are clinching that trophy.
Exactly.
No, FA is not. FA si ndogo. It's prestigious. I think it's the second after PL, like domestically.
Yes. See, that's what you Arsenal guys mnaturingianga Ateta ameshinda pekee, ameshinda FA.
You know, there's some things we don't even bring up here online. Arsenal has the highest counts, the FA, but who talks about that? No one. Lakini ingekuwa team moja yenu. Kai, hata mngenyamaza.
So sisi tuko na European heritage. That's why we brag a lot. European heritage.
Say hi. Say hi.
So Katois kurudi ita make impact pale Real Madrid kweli.
Who?
Obvious Bonnie. You know when Courtois is there, he's a one at the back. So Courtois akikuwa huko kesho. But I think even Courtois is too good to play the Arsenal game. Wake 200 Lunin. Lunin alone is enough to stop Arsenal. Because Bonnie they won't even be attacking. Ball itakuwa inachezwa kwa half yao. So watakuwa wameka ile you remember Bonnie when
I think I
2012 was playing Barcelona. So we packed the bus. Sijui kama Bonnie unakumbuka hiyo 2012.
Gani? Sorry.
The season which Chelsea won the first league.
The season which Real won the league?
Chelsea won the first Champions League 2012.
Oh, yeah, I do. But the latest, see, I go to 2018.
Nasema the first time Chelsea won.
Imagine you may win in 21st century na mko hapa tu mnalia hapa hivi ni kama mmekuwa mkishinda.
Sasa nyinyi hata bado hamjaishinda. The last time. But either way, as I was saying, Bonnie, that game in 2012, Chelsea packed the bus. Yani Barcelona walikuwa wanacheza hiyo half ya Chelsea. Everyone was in the Chelsea half. That's the way the game is going to be tomorrow. Itakuwa inachezwa tu kwa hiyo half ya Arsenal. So tomorrow they're going to pack the bus.
Yeah,
actually, they can even put 5 defenders, Bonnie. Because kesho is going to be fire.
I see. Let's wait for the game.
Again, I'm just imagining Arsenal. I'm just imagining Arsenal playing against Real Madrid. Naona tu Arsenal ikinyemelewa sana.
You think so?
Jasikia Bodi alisema 4-0.
We have the youngest supporter here. In his favor, they'll win it for him. What ameshaanza kuvaa red?
You know, one thing na nyinyi quote is you guys are just Tottenham yenye navaa red.
Huh?
Arsenal, you guys are Tottenham yenye navaa red.
Hey, excuse me, please. Never ever mention that team in the same sense with Arsenal, please.
Because when it matters the most, you guys don't step up.
You know, actually Tottenham side, it's actually behaving when inafaa ku behave. Few seasons ago, ilikuwa ina overperform with nothing.
See, it's the same thing with Nyinyi Coaches, overperform with nothing.
Ours, there's a lot of biases here involved.
Imagine Coaches, you guys have consistently finished second 3 years in a row.
Twice. Okay, now okay. Ukiongeza here.
So imagine.
I feel like
how different are you guys
really
from Pochettino Coaches?
The only correct bottling kwa hizi zote tatu ni ya 2022 and 23. That we actually did bottle that. But last year and this one, no. Last year the race was good. The race was good because at least like kulikuwa na hiyo fight, kulikuwa na hiyo hunger, like there were teams competing. However, this year it's just different. We've never been top anyway. The entire like besides hiyo siku ya kwanza ikianza, but
siku ya kwanza sinakwanga ni alphabet.
Yeah, it's alphabet too ilitusaidia. But I thought the AFC Bournemouth ndio kwanga ya kwanza. Ikiwa kwa ligi inakwanga Bournemouth.
So my question to you Coaches is how different is this Arsenal from the Tottenham which Pochettino was coaching?
What's the actually I don't want to talk about it. Okay, actually Pochettino's Tottenham was really good actually, but I don't even know why he never won anything. But there's the difference is that right now currently is sisi tumepitia hizo my injuries. The injury wounds dented everything for us. I don't know if Tottenham can say the same thing though.
Because Bonnie, how different is this Arsenal from Pochettino's Spurs? Ile yenye hata ilifika final ya UEFA 2019. How different?
Sioni different ya hiyo kikosi. Unajua timu kama Arsenal na Tottenham hazinanga ambitions. They don't have ambitions for winning trophies. So they're just there hanging around. They just play to impress their fans, but they don't win trophies. So I think they need to get that mentality of winning trophies. They need to get a coach who can win trophies, because even Arsene Wenger, since he was there, he was very experienced, but he saw that he cannot win, and he left for FIFA. Now he's one of the directors in the FIFA offices in the head office, Switzerland. So I think the main problem we have with Arsenal is that they don't have that winning mentality. Even the strikers, the likes of Bukayo Saka, they're just there to impress their wives. They are not ready to win. So I think that is the problem. They just play to impress their wives.
What do you mean? They're just there. What? You don't. Let me breathe in because sitaki kujibu na hasira. What do you mean they don't have winning mentality?
Now, what have they achieved? They have been there for long. They have that squad that can win trophies. They have already bonded as a team. Now, what are they waiting for now?
Next season.
Oh, hiyo ni next season. FC ni kama showmark. Mnaona tu movie.
Oh, tu una hate sasa. You're not even analyzing the you just hate right now. That's not cool.
Actually,
No. Tell me if players. Tell me if Arsenal they have winning mentality then.
They do. If they didn't have winning mentality, they wouldn't win games. Like, what are you trying to say?
Winning games for what?
To earn points.
Nasa Cotes.
Usijali, Arsenal will win, and they're winning this Champions League. Mpende msipende. Hata hiyo 4-0 sijui 6-0 yenye mnaweka hapo. Guy. The hate is real.
You know, Cotes, if that comes to pass, tomorrow you won't have peace in the group. Unajua kwanza hivi, Steve atakuwa na tu update every time, after every 1 minute. Tutakuwa tunapata update. Alafu nimekwambia pia Kelong. Kesho mkilose, Kelong will be the first one kwa show.
Nimetegea hiyo game basi.
So tomorrow, Cotes, pray that you guys become lucky. Hata mzalendo hajakuja kwa show ku backup.
Don't worry, like this, it's Emirates. I'm not scared. Tungeanza na Bernabeu, maybe.
But you see, Cotes, for Madrid, them are the pitch doesn't matter.
Who cares? The pitch doesn't matter because they have a 12th man. So, but then
12th man.
They have a 12th guy.
No way. Tomorrow, Cotes, you guys will lose fans. I mean, nakwambia Cotes, who is going to stop Vinicius Junior? Who? Ben.With or
Wajana Vinicius Junior. Kylian.
Awacha hata before tufike kwa Kylian, who is going to stop Vini?
You're talking like the way Man City fans used to think that, who's going to stop Haaland? But then Haaland this, Haaland that.
Hakuna, mimi sijaisifu huyu kijana. Sai De Bruyne ameenda. Sai tuambie kama atafunga basi.
Actually, talking about that, did he rescind his contract?
Who?
Haaland?
I think he still has.
Yeah.
He still has.
No, did he? He had signed for 10 years, but I saw an article somewhere online saying that Nikama, like he rescinded it. Nikama Ali changed mind. So is it true ama tu ni hizo clickbait?
Sasa kama KDB ameenda. atabaki na nani?
Uoga sasa ishaanza kumuingia because he knows KDB ndio alikuwa actually KDB ndio alikuwa anabeba City.
But actually, Cortez, I think after the injury he got, I don't know whether it's last season or the season before. Actually, KDB hasn't been KDB. Last season, Foden ndio amebeba City. Now this season, Foden is nowhere to be seen.
Plus
So
it's
right
too
now,
age, you know?
Yeah.
Because
So
once you
right
get
now,
hurt at a certain age, like ni kama mwili yako haiwezi rudi venye ilikuwa.
actually it's true. So I think the issue with KDB is not that even that he is not good. I think also with some injuries you can sustain in a weekend gameplay yako, so he can't get to the best that we saw because of that long term injury, because easy vitu zinamaliza players. So maybe that's the thing, maybe which can happen to Rodri might come back and fail to be the Rodri that we used to know, because maybe injury memorable. Even somebody like James right now, James Akopoy has played a couple of games, but we are yet to see the
He's on
James.
and off. Yeah, he's not consistent like he was.
Yeah. We haven't seen the Rhys James that was there before.
Man, in 2022, how did he like? They used to compare him now, Ben White. They're both wako chini wanang'ang'ana wote hata
So kama De Bruyne ameenda, Haaland ameisha.
No, we can't say Haaland ataisha. He will still score some few goals.
Yeah, bro, it's City. They have money. They can go get another midfielder. I mean, mwenye anakuwa chances.
Curtis, I want you to know that we only have one Kevin De Bruyne.
One what?
We only have one KDB.
I know. I'm not. I like KDB as a player. I just hate his team. And he's done.
So hata wakiendea nani hakuna mwenye atamfikia.
Yeah, he's in his own league.
Ni kama saa hii huyo Bukayo Saka muuze, hakuna vile mtapata kengine kanacheza hivyo.
Saka mwenye
kuna Nwaneri.
Sasa unasema
kuna Nwaneri.
Nwaneri is good. Leave this guy alone. We have, and honestly, tomorrow's game I was hoping MLS would have played, but Mr.
When is he suspended?
I don't know. I think he was at the verge of being suspended.
But what's the difference, Cortez? What's the difference?
Between who and who?
Between MLS playing and not playing.
Oh, the difference?
Yeah.
I like what he brings to the team. He's not scared. He regardless of his age, he gives his all. And
angalia mwenye kaza Curtis anashambikia hapo. Watu wanashambikia akina Luka Modric, yeye anasema ati MLS. Sasa
what? Football is not age.
Hiyo timu iko chini.
You see why I'm asking that question, Cortez, is because tomorrow there will be no escape route. Tomorrow hata muweke ndani. Tomorrow hata mkirudisha Thierry Henry, Cortez, hakuna kuruka kamba.
Hakuna, we own Madrid. That I am scared. Don't worry.
Adi?
We own Madrid.
Nimekwambia. Tomorrow, because Cortez, my worry is you guys failed to beat last season the worst Bayern Munich in the last 10 years. You guys failed to beat the worst Bayern Munich. You guys were in your prime. Mlishindwa kuchapa Bayern of all the teams.
You know, you've been supporting this game for too long, right? And you know how a game can go. It has nothing to do with imagine like it's the same way when we were going to play City. We didn't have Odegaard and Saka, but you saw how it ended up.
You see that City. That is City.
No, but see, the City was supposedly the elite team in EPL. Or if anything, really, they've been beating us for too long. Like ever since 2018, when coming up this way, like for like 3 or 4 years straight, amekotaki to chapa until Arteta came.
Pia Arteta amechapwa. City ameruka kamba.
Alichapwa na City. I don't think he's ever. Oh yeah, 1-0. Yeah. City won 1-0 one time, and that was it. That was the last.
Actually, Ateta amechapwa chapwa na Pep. But ever since he started getting his foot right, hajapigwa.
Yeah,
But anyway, that doesn't matter. You see, one thing nasema coaches yenye Arsenal bado ni like hiyo Champions League heritage. That's what I feel like you guys are lacking. That's why in last season a club like Bayern ilikuwa inaweza wachapa even at their worst. So I even feel like this
but then what do
season,
you say that Bayern was at their worst? They had Kane, they had Sane, they had their forward.
you know why I'm saying that, because last season they finished without a trophy.
It doesn't mean they were worse. They just didn't put in their efforts. It okay. Nikakusema juu sasa the other times when Liverpool used to lose to City, is a title. Does it mean that Liverpool was at their worst? No. It means maybe both teams are okay, but there's a better team.
But you see, with Liverpool it's different. Kuna kwanga na title race in the league. Uh, in those times kulikuwa title race. In the Bundesliga there's never been a title race. It's always
Oh
Bayern,
yeah,
Bayern,
Akunanga.
Bayern. They finish with a gap of, let's say, 8, 10, 12, 15 points.
I feel like the only leagues that actually do compete kabisa for titles is just probably La Liga and Premier League.
Exactly.
The other leagues do like,
So but Syria kuna title race.
or maybe Inter and like, wait, is Inter even top three right now?
Inter. I haven't been following, but kuna title race huko between Napoli, what else? I think Inter,
Really?
Napoli, Inter, and I think right now those are the only two zenye ziko kwa title race.
Oh,
So
AC Milan.
AC wako mbaya au bado, but they have a good jersey. Actually, in terms of the clubs producing the best jerseys, napenda AC Milan.
Okay, yeah, I think they do, but we still have better jersey. Uh,
You,
we still have the better jersey. So
I think you have to see quarters AC Milan. Go and see those from home, away, alternate. Go and see their jerseys. Utasema we noma.
do you think Pogba should come back to play?
Pogba. Hey, I think I still believe he has something to give, but this time if he comes back to play, we need to see something different from what we used to see in the last, let's say, 6 7 years ago. Because the last 6 7 years ago, naweza sema Pogba was just he was having fun in football. Like Pogba si ule player mwenye put in so much effort to try and achieve success. Nikimcompare to people like, let's say, Kante. If you have seen Kante's discipline, work rate na drive to reach where he's at, utasema enyewe hapo Kante deserves it. So I think Pogba has been talented, he's gifted, but I believe some bit of indiscipline, laziness, and then your fame ilifika kwa akili yake so much that
Right, that one.
sometimes he forgot he's a footballer and he started seeing himself as a celebrity. Unaona? So I think uto ndo tu vitu zenye zilikuwa zinaangusha Pogba. So if he is to make a comeback, because right now yani Pogba is a reject. No clubs want him, and I saw juzi kwa Fabrizio that even Marcel wanted to sign him, but the president refused. So him finding a club won't be easy. Like, let's say a top club in France, Italy, Spain, or England, finding a top club haitakuwa rahisi because clubs don't want him. So Pogba, I think if he wants to prove people wrong, this time he has to do things a bit different. Akuje tu na amue ni football and it's football, na amue he wants to salvage something for his career, because even nikiona mtu kama Mark Anthony huwa Manu na saizi ako Real Betis,
Uh-huh.
I think Cortez, we can gladly say that Anthony anajituma. If you check the Real Betis games, the guy is really trying to revive his career. Anajaribu kudribble, anajaribu kuassist, tries to score, tries to play a very big part in the Real Betis game. And ever since he joined, Betis ime revolutionize. It has become a tough team to play against. they're winning games, and Anthony is getting goals plus assists. So I think if Pogba is really determined to achieve in football again, he has to do things a bit different so much. Na amue tu ni ball,
And
awache
with
hizi
the
sarakasi zake.
that's true. That's very true though. But I don't even think Anthony would want to come back to PL.
Actually, on that issue, quotas, I don't think. I think there are certain players the Premier League doesn't suit their style of play.
What the players that come from
I'm saying
Spain?
I feel like there are some players the Premier League doesn't suit their style of play, or they can't thrive in the Premier League. And example poa ni mse kama Sancho. I tell you Cote, saizi if we remove Sancho, we put him, let's say, in Bundesliga, or we put him in something like La Liga,
Uh-huh.
or even something like, what can you say?
Nakusikia.
Even sawa.
Yep. Uh-huh.
As I was saying, I feel like there are some certain players they can thrive anywhere else, but not the Premier League. Example poa ni mse kama Sancho. I think Cotes, if we put Sancho in Bundesliga, then Sancho atakuwa fiti. But if you put him in the Premier League, then Sancho won't thrive. So I think that's the same thing with Anthony. I think Anthony, if you put him in the La Liga, atakuwa if you put him in the Premier League, we won't see the best of him. But tumweke hizi ligi zingine, like let's say the Spanish, put him in the Bundesliga, the Dutch league, or whatsoever. I think Anthony will thrive. Same thing with hata mtu kama Sancho. And I hear people every time now and then wakisema this and that about Sancho. So for me, I think Sancho cannot succeed in the Premier League, but in leagues elsewhere, Sancho anaweza thrive. He can chip in with goals and assists and so on. So that's the. I also had that philosophy. Ilikuwa sema mse kama Neymar. Neymar, I don't think the Premier League in a suit
Yeah, I
hiyo
was gonna
style of
ask, do
play
you think
yake.
Lamine would actually do well in Premier League?
Lamine Yamal. That's a very difficult question, but I think Lamine Yamal can succeed.
Oh,
I
because
like
he's
his
young. He can
I
take time
like
to.
his napenda trickery yake, and I think he can thrive in the Premier League. Also, guys like Mbappe, and
Oh, Mbappe for sure. Yeah.
yeah,
I feel like
but
Mbappe
for
would not even take time to settle in.
he will need some time. Kama La Liga he didn't settle in quickly. I think also Premier League he will need some time. But once he gets his foot in right, then we know what he's capable of.
True. I still feel
So
like
my
someone like Vinicius, he probably just decided to be a one-man club. So then you have to attend anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's the thing with players when they reach clubs like Real. Come Mesquia Bellingham said that he's willing to play for the next 10 years for Madrid. The same thing with guys like Valverde, Chouameni. I think those guys their love for Madrid can't allow them to play anywhere outside. Same
No,
thing even
Alex,
with
hivyo wewe unajua utatoka Real Madrid uende wapi? Ni kama saa hii uchukue Luka Modric umweke Arsenal.
Why not?
why not? Bonnie plus he's 38, he's 39. He's not in his
Yeah,
prime.
Isha.
Modric acheze
Eh,
Arsenal.
why not?
Hey,
Why
Actually, hata if I am Ateta Bonnie, I cannot accept him because of his age.
Wait, did you say Lucas Modric, right? That what you said?
Abu Modric kwani akikuja Arsenal ni midfielder mgani atamweka bench?
Wait, he used to play for like easy teams at Gini.
Tottenham.
Modric can even play for 120 minutes bila
No,
kuchoka.
what I'm saying, like muuliza kama anaweza chukuliwa aeke Arsenal. Arsenal is a better team than the team. He used to play in a team in Arsenal. I think ilikuwa Fulham. No.
Modric alikuwa Tottenham.
Tottenham. He was in PL. What are you saying? He can't. But since he was a Tottenham player, he
Hawezi.
might go to Arsenal anyway.
Ni
I
kama
don't even know the last
umeona
time
vile
we had
Varane
a market transfer between Arsenal and Tottenham. I don't think.
umeona vile Varane ameisha.
Huh?
Huwezi toka klabu kubwa ukuje klabu dogo. Ni kama Casemiro, Rafael Varane,
You
hao
can.
wameisha. Wangeretire tu
Sana.
hapo Real Madrid kama Toni Kroos.
But you see, sometimes Bonnie, people need a challenge. That's why Ronaldo alitoka Madrid, because he felt like he has done everything. So akaona, let me go and venture into something new.
Well,
So
it's
you
the
can't keep
Alianza
on doing.
kupambana na president wa Madrid.
competitive mentality.
Hiyo sasa Bonnie, hiyo ni nini? Hiyo ni hearsay.
Exactly. Anyway, he's busy supporting Nottingham Forest, so hata hizi jua hizi vitu.
At Nottingham Forest inachukua ligi.
Bonnie, una support football like a girlfriend. Or not like when like you see how girls are, right? Like come on, let's say I'm dating some guy, yeah, and I support, and then I didn't have a team, right? And then I find that he's supporting Chelsea. I'll end up supporting Chelsea. Tuachane ni date mse mwenye ana mse mwenye ana support Man U, nijipate na support. Ai, mimi sasa mimi I said I was one of those girls. Msa akikuja atapata na support team and he has to support my team. Ama tuachane. So you
Lakini mimi nimekuwa shabiki wa Nottingham Forest for long. I've been a Nottingham Forest fan for long.
Hey, when we started this podcast, tulianza kama wewe ni supporter wa ilikuwa Sheffield ama ilikuwa Sheffield Wednesday, right? and then kwa ground tunajua wewe ni fan wa Chelsea, but hautaki aibu, so tunakuelewa.
Sasa nikuulize, wacha nikuulize. Sahi Arsenal tumeongelea Arsenal sana. Sahi shida ni gani pale Chelsea wewe Alex, timu yako Chelsea? Shida ni gani? Jana mlidraw na timu ndogo.
Bonnie, shida ya Chelsea mali imefikia hata naona ni spiritual, si physical.
Alright,
I think
people, right?
Inafaa tu sasa hizi tuende kwa Pastor Ng'ang'a ama kwa Ezekiel. Tuende huko Bonnie, tufanye kesha kutoka usiku hadi asubuhi.
In the name of Chelsea.
Ama tuende tuambie Ezekiel turudishiwe nyota yetu. Ni kama kuna mtu alituibia nyota.
Labda msee alipeleka Chelsea team huko Mombasani.
Tunafaa tuende tuombe turudishiwe nyota. Because the rate at which Chelsea
Tottenham watasema ama sijui man.
At Tottenham they have always been shit.
What do you think of Tottenham?
Shit. So hawezi sema ati mara sisi mimi nasema Bonnie tuliibiwa nyota. Nafaa tuende tupewe tena. Because how comes we lost that draw against Brentford felt like a loss. Because imagine if we won it, sasa tungekuwa more points ahead of nini Man City, and then we would be edging closer to Nottingham Forest yenye Nottingham Forest, because they lost against Aston Villa. But you see Chelsea, we got a draw, and the fact that we are winless in 7 away games speaks volume of the team. Inaonyesha nyewe tuko mbaya, and as I said before, I don't like the mentality of the coach, because I feel like the coach is not taking responsibility enough. Because Chelsea tuna perform vibaya, then the coach comes up with excuses, saying this and that, saying that we're in our worst era, saying that he has had some few injuries. But what the problem that I have is, Bonnie, we are still having the same problems that we have had since January, and that's why we are dropping points. And we are yet to play clubs like Newcastle, we had to play Liverpool, and but for United, that one I'm sure will pick 3 points.
Actually, United, I feel like United. Hey, what was his name? Solskjaer?
Yeah.
I feel like he single-handedly destroyed Man U before. Because after him, nothing has been the same.
But sasa si wao walimtoa.
Huh?
They fired him because they felt he hasn't lived up to the expectation.
I mean, maybe they hired him because they thought it's not every former player can be successful as a coach, in a team. Chelsea
But
tried
wait,
that. You saw how it went with Lampard.
but I think
Henry tried
the
the coaching Uko in Spain. You see how bad he was as a
but
coach.
I think the issue with Lampard is he took Chelsea and he wasn't really ready for the pressure, and unlike Arteta, he didn't have somebody to
Uh-huh.
guide him. He wasn't under anyone's wing. Unajua kama let's say if he was under somebody like let's say Ancelotti or so on, right now angekuwa amepata your drift, but he just started from learning coaching straight to Chelsea. So kidogo it wasn't really easy for him to be able to navigate. So Lampard needed somebody to take him through the wing. But as I say, Boni,
But
the issue at Chelsea kubwa ni the coach's mentality, the
I
tactics,
like,
the
yeah,
gameplay, and also the ability to solve problems. The coach is not able to solve problems, and I don't think the issue is the players. I think the issue is with the coach. If the coach can bring
I
some
guys
few
duty
changes,
calls.
then Chelsea
Sorry, Alex,
itakuwa
kidogo.
poa. Because even
Alex.
if we get now top four, we'll be very lucky.
All right, guys, I have to go. Duty calls. After
getting
now,
Sawa, ina shida.
okay. See you.
yeah.
So,
But
but
tomorrow,
Lampard is a
huh?
Lampard is just a coach. Yes.
I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay.
I think,
Sawa, after the
okay.
game.
Bye.
Bye.
But Alex, I think the main character of Frank Lampard is to nurture more talent, just young boys and girls. You know, is more of academies, not just those big boys. Because I've seen what is happening in the Coventry City, and he's doing a fantastic job. So he can do well with the young talents, but pressure for Chelsea, that is big. Everton, he went there, he was also sacked. But he was a good player. He's a legend. He was a legend. But you cannot be. It's not a fact that when you're a good player, you can be a good coach. But I suspect that Van Persie will be a very good coach. I've seen what is happening in the Feyenoord.
We have to wait and see.
Now waiting and see. Van Persie will be a good coach.
I'm saying we have to wait and see so that we judge tuone kama Van Persie can do a great job or is another Wayne Rooney.
So tumesema kesho Arsenal inapigwa.
Mm.
Madrid inachukua na timu gani itakuwa inachukua?
Since Chelsea Champions League, I'm supporting Barcelona. I think we need new Champions League winners, and I think Barcelona is ready to win the Champions League. Wako na squad poa, wako na coach poa, mentality ya coach iko poa. So I believe they just need to work on some bit of defensive structure.
Yo, Barcelona
Ikiimprove
imetoka draw
kidogo.
juzi.
Hiyo. We know they are unbeaten in 2025. Mbona isiweze?
Hawa wachezaji hawa ni wadogo, hawezi shinda Champions League.
Hakuna udogo hapo Boni. It's just a matter of tactics zikikuwa right, and then they can fix some issues to do with the defending. Those small guys Boni wenye unasema hao, those guys can win it. I tell you. Hata huo Lamine Yamal can even score the winner in the final.
I think Aston Villa, they are going to win Champions League.
I hope so. If they can win it, the better.
This team, let me tell you, there is no team that is going to stop those boys. Because those boys, they play a very, very clinical game. And when it comes to scoring, Aston Villa, they have the highest scoring chance when it comes to this UEFA Champions League. You know, I don't know which methodology they used to score, but when they have that counter attack, chances are like 99% they're going to score goals. because those boys, when they get into your yard, they are very sharp. They can score, and now they have that confidence boost from Marcos Asensio. He has experience. I think they are good, so they can pull a very great surprise when it comes to this Champions League, and they can
And
also
I
win
think
this
I think
Champions League.
Bonnie I think Bonnie will underestimate the how good PSG is, because also PSG is very good. If you are seeing right now the tactics and the how they play, you can say PSG is a very dangerous side, and I don't think we can overlook them because those guys are coming in hot. So also Paris is a good side, and it's going to be a tough task.
Mm. Waiting to see the outcome of the UEFA Champions League, but we are sure that Arsenal, they are going to lose tomorrow against Real Madrid at Emirates Stadium. I don't think whether they can win on a fair ground. I don't think whether they can win because those guys from Santiago Bernabeu, they have already smelled that Champions League, and the chances of them winning this Champions League are so high. I don't think that they can be stopped by Mikel Arteta. The squad that I have seen them playing against Everton, they were struggling to score, but still they cannot win. What about the Spanish? That is the Bundesliga, Leverkusen and Bayern Munich.
Also there's a good title race there, Bonnie, and Bayern Leverkusen wanafuata Bayern Munich bumper to bumper, so it's not going to be easy for Bayern Munich to lift this trophy. But I think Bayern will see it through, and I because they have Hurricane, and I believe Hurricane deserves this trophy. At least asimalize career yake kama hakushinda kitu, so I think Bayern should win it for him.
Bayern should win it for him. And I have seen now Vincent Company has nurtured that young guy from Crystal Palace. Olise is performing well in the Alliance Arena. He is one of the best attackers we have in the Bayern Munich currently. Although they lost one of their key players during their Friday match against Augsburg. But do you think that Olise also might be the most improved student in the Vincent Company squad?
Actually, Bonnie, leave alone even saying he's the most improved. I think Olise has proved that he can play at the highest level, and this season he hasn't been injured much. Then he's chipping in with goals, assists, and creating chances. So Olise is just loving his life in in Germany. So and I believe now we are seeing the best of him. Though I feel like also somebody like Eberechi also deserves a chance on a big club, say, just as Michael Olise, and he can also showcase his talent. But for Michael Olise, I think he has overperformed as per the expectations people set for him this season, and I think Olise is on a trajectory to being one of the best young players in the world.
Mm. Michael Olise, we wish that Bayern Munich will win that trophy so that Harry Kane might also test a trophy. He can post a trophy in his timeline because he has never won any trophy. He used to play for Tottenham Hotspur. He also plays for the England team, and they have not lifted any trophy. But when you see the kind of competition that we have in the German Bundesliga, whereby Bayer Leverkusen and also the Bayern Munich they are giving, then you can tell that things are going to be hot. But in the next few games, but I think they are on the game number 28, so they have few matches to the end of the season. And Bayer Leverkusen, Xabi Alonso, of course, is doing a fantastic job when it comes to the Bayer Leverkusen. And if they clinch, then that will be a big surprise for the entire Bayern Munich squad. Remember, this is a Freak 24 Dimbala Freak post match analysis, of course, and we are having this post match analysis here live in this show. So make sure you follow us. If you're following us for the first time, make sure you subscribe to Freak 24. This is your number one show whereby we discuss more about what is happening in matters concerning sports, to be specific, matters concerning sports to be specific. And we are also having this question: who is going to be the winner of EPL? Arsenal, or is it? Of course, Arsenal. They are trying to prove that they can win, but when you see what they are doing, then you know that they cannot win this trophy. So I'm trying to see the difference between Arsenal and other teams when it comes to this competition. But I think so. So if Arsenal wins this trophy, si watamachi mpaka bunge.
Hey, that's why they're not supposed to win it. Because if they win it, Bonnie, the streets won't be the same. Those if they win it, watakuwa wameharibu banta because the one way which people banter Arsenal is telling them off they don't win titles. So if they win it, they won't give the streets a peace of mind. Tunasumbuliwa. So it's best if they don't win.
Hebu nipatie top 6 yako at the end of the season.
At the end of the season, Liverpool first, Arsenal second, and I'll go for Chelsea third, Nottingham Forest fourth, then Man City and Aston Villa. That's my six.
Aston Villa, Unai Emery, of course. Unai Emery has been doing a good job over there in the Villa Park. And I saw them trying to stop the Nottingham Forest. Although they really struggled when you play against Nottingham Forest. I like the kind of play that is being noticed in the Nottingham Forest squad. Those guys, they have that winning mentality. I would say that. And when they have this counter attack, then you know they are going to score. When they lose the ball, they are all united to go and collect that ball. I think Nuno Esperanto Santos has taught the boys to always take any game very serious. So if they win FA, play in the Champions League, that will be a big improvement for the Nottingham Forest squad and also Nuno Esperanto Santos generally and his entire squad. PSG has already clinched League One. Bado ni Farmers League ama wanang'ang'ana huko?
So Uko, first of all, they are good. They have a good side. They have a good spirit, and they are a threat going forward and at the back. So Paris are very right now. They are good. I think they are better than the few years, and they will be they are a hard nut to crack in the Champions League. We can't underestimate them though. For the league, I think hiyo the wanakwanga wameshinda hata before ianze.
They need to get a competition over there. The same way
Yeah,
Bayern
true.
Munich. Bayern Munich, they have been clinching that trophy for the last 11 years, but last season, Xavi Alonso came and taught them a lesson. Also, AC Milan in the Italian Serie A, we have seen now it's AC Milan, Inter Milan, Napoli. They are trying to compete for that Italian Serie A. EPL always tough. You cannot predict who is going to win. But of course, we also have the international matches, World Cup qualifiers. Kenya itafika kwa World Cup 2026 kweli?
Actually, currently, I don't even think we can get even Africa Cup of Nations. We are way behind. So before we even talk of the World Cup, let's start by looking for ways to make it to the AFCON on a consistent level, trying to make our sports a bit better in terms of the looking for ways in which the fans can be engaged more in the game. So we have a long way to go, Bonnie, in football. First of all, you just start by stabilizing and ensuring qualify for the AFCON. on consistency. So then afterwards, we can now start thinking about how we can try and play in the World Cup, because it's not going to be easy to play against the top sides kama Senegal, even Morocco, Ivory Coast, and the likes Nigeria. Those countries are very good in sports. So before tufike huko, it's going to it there's a long way to go.
There is a long way to go when it comes to the Kenyan Premier League. But of course, we have Ben McCarthy as the head coach of the team. We wish him all the best when it comes to winning these international matches, because that is where Kenyan flag needs to be raised. Ben McCarthy and the entire management unit, you have a big role to represent Kenya in the international competition. But we have seen such an improvement when it comes to the current games against Gambia and also against Gabon, and we wish that that momentum will continue. Oh well, we coming to the end of the today's Dimple Africa show. I want to say to our loyal followers who have been following this great conversation, thank you so much. We appreciate Alex, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for joining this wonderful conversation as we discuss more about football generally, and also trying to enlighten on matters concerning football here. We missed Mzeki Long, but also Wesley. They will be back with us. But this is the week of the UEFA Champions League. Arsenal, they are going to lose against the Los Blancos tomorrow at Emirates, 4-0. And also, I wish the England team all the best, but unfortunately, Carlo Ancelotti will not allow Mikel Arteta to win. As Alex, you are parting shots.
To our loyal fans outside there, thank you for watching the show, and you subscribe to the family. Make sure you join us each and every Monday, so that we can discuss in-depth sports. Then we can have some bit of banter, so we learn, we educate each other, and we try to spread sports around the world. We try to bring out the best from this show. And to you, Bonnie, thank you for hosting us today. I hope we can have another show tomorrow after the game of Real Madrid versus Arsenal, so that we can see whether we can debate, or we can banter some teams. So thank you.
Thank you so much. If you are following us here, make sure you subscribe. Afrique24 in the social media platforms, all social media platforms, that is Afrique24. Subscribe, and we will appreciate for that. And also join us here every day. Every Monday we have this sports show, and also we also have the political discussion. You know, the political discussion is getting hotter after the William Ruto Mountain Tour. We have seen how leaders have also joined the William Ruto in that mountain tour. The likes of Mutai Kaiga. We shall be discussing matters concerning politics again here in Dimbala Freak. Again here in the political discussion. Make sure you follow us in the political discussion topics that we have here every day. Also, a lot of news in our website, Afrique24. Afrique24. Join us there, get a lot of news, updates as we roll. First quarter of the year, what have you achieved as a sports journalist, as a farmer, as a businesswoman, as a trader? Always focus. As you focus, subscribe to Afrique24 YouTube channel. That is what we request from your hand. Until next week, Monday, for the Dimba L'Afrique post-match analysis after Arsenal. Already they will be already been clumped by Real Madrid, firstly.